So yeah, for Archwing, because this raid has Archwing, I would recommend using a Mesha, because it's just simply overpowered. Otherwise, try to pick another Archwing and slap some health and shields on.
New alert marked on
No, we do not have an EV, but it's fine. I can just use some energy pads or something. Otherwise, you could always try to swap to EV if you want Russell instead of Hero. Yeah, if you don't have a Mesha, you can try to be Itzal and use its invisibility, but it's not really that useful. I would recommend using Odonata and just slap some health and shield mods on. So yeah, Elytron is fine, but it's not like all his abilities are pretty useless in this raid. Yeah. Yeah, so Amesha's third ability works in a way that slows enemies down and will remove ally status effects. In the third part, or the third stage of this raid, it will affect the Jorda's movements, so I would recommend not using it then, but you can always use it as, in the other stages. So it's a third ability, so but I'll just say it when you need to turn it off. So yeah, if anybody has questions right now, just say them in chat. If you do not have any questions, then put a plus in chat. It's what I usually do, but it works. So, oh, and for the people who are UI bugged, you do not have to put a plus in chat if you can't reach the chat bar. Vamos, JD. Vamos, Raidbus. So 4 pluses. Anyone else has a question? Okay, so Pingus is no questions. Okay. Who else? The fellow one? No. Okay. Yep. Then we can start. Alright, so when we start, just wait for everyone to connect. It tends to kick 1 or 2 people out, so just wait for everyone. Yeah, compared to the rest of the game, this is probably the most buggy version ever, so be aware that very stupid things can happen. Alright, so we got we are waiting for King. Seems like he's here. Alright, so we can go.
Infiltrate the ship and find a way to destroy it.
Okay, so the veterans can go ahead. You can shoot some pads, but just don't do anything until I say so. So what we have here, if everyone can look at it, is a spore dispenser. You will see both 2 pads on each side of it, and once you shoot it, they turn green. So when both pads are shot at the same time, they turn blue, which means a spore is dispensed, and this will fly into the infested bit over here and remove the infested elements. So once it's green, this means it's checkmarked, so you need to keep shooting it, and that counts for both pads. So we just, okay, so do not shoot these spores because these spores are our allies. You can push them forward by melee attacking. So as an example, let's see, we will take Fusiyama. Go to the spore and attack it with your melee weapon. Yeah, doing it. So you'll just need to push it over to the other side. By the way, all the amnesia bubbles are pretty distracting. Yeah, you're doing it very well. Seems like it's stuck. I'll just try to help out. Alright, seems like it's really stuck. Okay, try again. Yeah, almost there. Just push forward. Alright, well done. So what we will see here is a gate. We need to go through that gate by shooting both pads at the same time. Now it's open, you guys can go through. I will go last, so everybody make sure you go through. Alright, very well. I'll enter as well. And we will see a few of these pads. Everybody should take their own pad and keep shooting at it until they turn blue. Then we can go to the next part. So when you see a pad, just stay close behind or in front of it and keep shooting it until they turn blue. Because when they are blue, they are check marked and we can go to the next part. So just keep repeating that process a few times. Alright. Very well done. Normally there's a 90-second timer limit, but we are very fast, so well done. Just shoot these pads, so the door beneath will open up. And we can go through there. And as you might have seen, there's an X mark where we need to push a spore against. So we just take a spore from this part over here and somebody else can push it this time. So let's take Pinguses. You can push this spore. Yep. And just push it against the mark over there to remove the infested parts. Very well done. Yep. One more. Okay. So now we go through these doors over here, these little doors, and then you will enter a kind of blender. Just ignore that part and fly all the way across to this gate. And let's wait for everyone to arrive. Alright, everybody's through. So this is a very large hallway, and as you might have seen, there's infested right there, and there's another spore dispenser. So we will just take this spore by shooting both pads, and somebody can push the spore. It will automatically fly on its own, so let's just get somebody else to push it. It's not really difficult, but let's take, okay, the 133 plus you can push. So you can fly underneath this part just for easier access as an archwing, but you cannot do this with the spore because the spore is too big for it. It's just if you want to scout ahead, that's fine. So as you might have seen, if you fly a bit further, you will see a few barriers, these green barrier types. we want to push the spore all the way to the end, and if you want to do that, there are 2 pads on the other side of these barriers, one here, and for each barrier it's a bit of a different location. So if we shoot those at the same time, the barrier will close and we can push the spore through. So if we push this the spore over here, I'll drive it this time because it's a bit harder for other people to do it. Because I'm the host, it's just easier. So you can shoot when I say so. Now it's fine. Okay, so now we go to the second barrier and shoot the pads behind it. Nice. Now to the last one. Okay, very well done. Now we can push this all the way to the end. Let's go through. Alright, so now just go through here, this gate, and go all the way down to the exit. And then we enter the inside part and we can get rid of the archwing. Alright, so just walk through, and veterans can go all the way, but I'll stop here so everyone who is new, I'll explain this part. Yeah, it's pretty much infested salvage, so if you've done this before, infested salvage. This is an anti-serum vaporizer, or yeah. You can see a little bar on this side, which is blue. It's almost filled, but not entirely. So if we kill an infested, it will sometimes drop a charge, and with that charge we can expand this bubble, and inside this bubble you will see we have armor integrity to the top left, and this armor integrity isn't moving at all. So once we step out of this bubble, we will see that our armor integrity slowly decays until it reaches 0. Once it hits 0, we will lose percentages of our certain percentages of our armor, and we will lose like 100 health per second. So in order to negate that damage, I recommend for people who do not have an anti-serum injector right now to use a rhino, because its iron skin will negate any damage, so it's just easier to get around and not die all the time. For everyone who does have an anti-serum injector, you can kill infested, and you can hold up to a maximum of 2 charges to fill up these vaporizers. So now that that I just charged a second ago, it was more than 15 seconds, because it takes 15 seconds to lose a charge for a vaporizer. You will see that this bar was first full, so when I charged it, it went back to full, and now it's back to like 2/3, because this vaporizer has a max of 2 charges that it can hold. It's not really the same for every vaporizer. Some vaporizers can hold up to a maximum of 3 charges. So you can look to the side of it to see how many charges it can hold and how many it has currently. So that's the base of it. We can move on right now. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask. If not, but just follow me and we will move on.
Come on. Blocked by infested overgrowth.
So here we see a console. This console has infested parts over it, and in order to remove those infested elements, we need to fill this vaporizer up so it becomes hackable. So right now I can hack this console and this door will open up. So you can all walk through if you want. So we enter the room where we will be for 90% of this stage. So you see this little console in the middle. We need to hack that, but in order to hack that, you will see these little infested parts on each side where a vaporizer is on the other side of it. So if you like fill up this vaporizer right here, for example, there are 3 vaporizers in total, once in each corner. We will see that this thingy turned green. So if you do that for all the vaporizers, because there's one at the start over here as well, the console in the middle will become hackable. But we need to do it pretty fast because it takes 15 seconds for a charge. So let's just hack that console right now. Hopefully, no, gotta refill this one. Alright, so now you will see it starts decrypting. And you will see that there are 3 buttons on top of it. 2 are red at the moment, which means we have low performance. And if we have all red, it is stalled, so it won't decrypt anything. If 2 buttons are green, it means you have moderate performance right now. And if all buttons are green, you will have high performance. Those kind of performances are just a measures to see how fast it is decrypting right now. So at high performance it decrypts faster than moderate, but that's pretty self-explanatory. You will see a few of these green bubbles lying around on the floor. Those green bubbles are anti-serum fragments, and you will need those to build your anti-serum injector if you do not have one yet. So make sure you pick those up. So as I said before, you can find the blueprint for your anti-serum injecting energy lab in your dojo. So yeah, if you want to do another JV sometime in the future, in the next 13 days before they remove it, then I suggest building it. I think it costs 1 day to build, but yeah. So once the decryption process hits 100%, we can extract and finish the first stage. If any of you have questions right now, feel free to ask. If you do not have questions, just put a plus in chat. And remember, you can always ask questions if you have them. So don't feel restricted or anything. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same as infested salvage. Just make sure all the vaporizers are filled.
Surge incoming. Watch out.
So yeah, one part I didn't really explain yet, the armor integrity in your top left. If you have an anti-serum injector equipped, you can hold Q and click your anti-serum injector if you have a charge, and it will consume that charge, and you will see your armor integrity be filled up all the way to 100%. So it's a nice way to restore it. So if you do not have an anti-serum injector, a Rhino is recommended, or amnesia, or perhaps something else like in arrows to negate the damaging effects once it's at 0. During this part of a raid, you will sometimes hear a surge is incoming, but which will be announced by Lotus. During these surges, once you are outside of those vaporizer bubbles, your armor integrity will be lost at a 10% faster rate than normal. So now that she announces it, you will see my armor integrity dropping faster than normal. And I lost all of it in like 5 seconds. So just make sure you stand inside of the vaporizer bubbles. So now I'm bleeding out, as you might have seen. A lot of health is lost when when your fighters are failing, just for recording's sake. So I can just restore it to 100% by using a charge. So yeah, just keep every vaporizer filled to 100%. So we can move on to the next stage.
Surge incoming. Watch out.
Yeah, but they nerfed the buff so that it's saying that I got a 1000% like damage buff is not really much, since they made it additive instead of multiplicate. I think they did something that it made it worse. Yeah.
Let's go on the offensive. Surge incoming. Watch out.
Yeah, it still works. But you need like range to buff your teammates, so it goes at the cost of duration and strength, which is kind of annoying. But I'm just using it to get rid of the infested really quickly, mainly on the third stage when I need to explain, especially King, how to do it, because he fucking needs to learn it. Alright, so now just go to extraction point.
Destroy this ship is by imploding its reactors. Go.
And that's first stage.
Target the central reactor. Go there now. The infestation has mutated every aspect.
So yeah,
of this
just
vessel.
wait for King.
Find a way to destroy the
It's
reactor.
almost here.
That's a very
Alrighty.
peculiar looking flash flower.
So here we have two vaporizers, one over here, one over here.
Heavy
You
infestation
can fill
ahead.
those to 3 charges. So just do that. And once they are full to 3 charges, these consoles will be exposed to the vaporizer bubble and the doors will open. You don't even need to hack them. But once those doors are opened, like now, just enter with me. You need to explain this part, so if everyone who is new to this raid can enter. I'll try to explain. Okay, yeah, so this part is why we do not open the door. People who slow load cannot enter through this door once those kind of things happen. So we kind of got rushed there. So King can't. Oh, it seems like he made it through. Nice. So yeah, just fill up both of the containers. But for people who are new, just gonna stand here. You will see 2 override switches on each side. If 2 people are standing on both of them, you will see this door over here opens up. So if somebody can go in there. And just stay there. So once we go and fill up the vaporizer in the middle, which is over there, the console will be exposed to the vaporizer bubble and it will be hackable. So if somebody can go to the other side, to the other room, and choose your operator or something, you can use that. King. Or somebody else, doesn't really matter. Just go in there, yep, stay in there. I'll open it up. We'll click. And just go through the SFH right here.
Should I prepare the
And fill up this vaporizer so you guys can hack. You guys hacked it? Seems like someone didn't manage to hack it. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I guess we'll need to try to do that again. So just go out. You can go out right now. Okay. Let's just try that again. It's not really hard. If you just king or somebody, yeah. So you only need to hack that once. It's not really a big deal. So I think the person on the left side managed to hack it. So now we only need to let king hack it if he can. Use your operator if you cannot hack it. Alright, nice. So now we can go to the next part. If you wanna go to the next part, just go through this tunnel right here.
You've reached the reactor bay. Take it out.
So yeah, just go all the way through. Yeah, very well done. Alrighty, and then you will see that we managed to get here. You do not need to fill that vaporizer, but it's fine. So as you will see here, we got a kind of pillar that is an elevator. We need to push that all the way up, and if you want to do that, you will see these consoles over here that we need to expose to vaporizer bubbles. So this vaporizer right here, we need to fill that up. These consoles will get exposed and it will move up, as you might have heard. So just repeat that process, fill up some vaporizers to the side of the elevator and move it all the way to the top. Yeah, so once no vaporizer bubbles are exposing the consoles, they'll move down again. So that's why we would like to have a few people with anti-serum injectors, because it would be pretty hard to get it up. Oh. Yeah, so if you got 2 charges, because you can only hold 2 charges, just fill up a vaporizer to the side where the elevator is right now. So fill up this one perhaps, if you want to. And there are a few platforms to the side of the elevator where infested will walk. So just go to the side and behind the doors. You can kill those easily and get access to some vaporizers more easily and quicker. So I'm just gonna fill up this one. So as you might have seen, these things are here. If you do not know what they are esophages. They you can try to use those and move up to other locations. But it's only used in this part to get up or get down, like to other platforms. So you don't really need to use it right here. But in the third stage, these thingies are very, very important. So I'll try to explain more when we get there. For now, just move the elevator up. Yeah, we're almost there. So this is the last one. Just filling that up. Alright. So now we move to extraction, which is right here. The door won't open yet, but just move over here.
That did it. You forced the reactor into a state of rapid deterioration. Get to extraction before it goes critical.
Move all the way to the waypoint.
Where are you going? No one leaves.
Reactor deterioration is increasing rapidly.
Alrighty,
They're not breaking
so
down
that's a
in
second
time.
stage. Now on to the third one, which is the most complicated one.
Get ready.
Alrighty, so this is Jordas over here.
Operator, it's time
Yep,
to
it's a
torch
kind
this
of a giant slug.
unfortunate creature.
But
Orders, don't you see?
in order to open
Life
up this, oh,
could be
for some reason I got
Have
downed.
you
I don't
no
know why.
sympathy for?
Thanks for the revive. So yeah, in order to get inside Jordas, because we need to kill his nerves, it's really sounds weird, but you will see two pets on each side of his head, or at least I think that's his head. If you shoot those simultaneously, his head will open up. So let's just give an example. Now you will see it will open up, and to shut down its engines, as it said on the top, golem engines are engaged right now, but if you want to shut those up, we will need to push a spore into his head. I don't really know how the mechanic works, but it works, so that's why we do it. So yeah, just open up his head right now, keep shooting at the pads, and now the golem engines are at 0%, so fellow one, if you could stay outside and keep pushing spores in, that would be nice. Thank you very much. For the other one, for the other people, just enter through the
Your Arcwing will stall and you will be ejected from this
through
your
the
shields
engines,
are
which are
depleted.
at the bottom of JV. If somebody on the outside could waypoint it, so yeah, that's easier. So if you have a Mesha, just keep spamming 1, because in these tunnels where you need to go through with your Archwing, you need to keep being up on shields. If you lose shields, you will be ejected immediately. So if you do not want that to happen, just use some shield pads or press or do not hit the sides as much,
Succumb to us.
so you bounce off or something like that. I'll wait
No,
until all of
keep
you are
fighting.
inside.
You're
If you
not
do not,
supposed
for
to
some
be
reason,
here.
want to know how the inside of JV works, you can always stay outside and help fellow one out. That's fine as well.
Scans indicate many neural pulses.
Yeah, okay, so King almost made it. You can just try it again. You can always use shield pads or just spam your first ability as a Mesha a lot, because it does damage negation. Yeah, so in this part, try to not die as much, because revives are very scarce. You do not want to lose those. So always try to revive people if you can. Once King is here, we can try to start doing the nerves.
It wants you to die.
Alright, so, oh no, wait, no. King is this here. Alrighty. King is almost there, I believe. Alright. So, for everyone who is inside of Jordas right now, please just group up at the main room. I will explain it from there.
Succumb to us.
Yeah, there are a few rare chests sometimes that you can find here, but it's the main point that you know how it works. No, King, you're gonna go inside. Fuck you. I'm gonna teach you how the inside works. You're here right now, so you will go inside. You just don't have. You just need to not suck. It's not really hard, right? It's hard to not suck. Yeah. Like, do you have a Mesha? Oh, the Nata. You can use your first ability. I think it does some kind of damage negation. But otherwise, ask Fellow One if you are on the outside to give you some shield restores if she has any. Or just take it slowly, that's fine as well. Here are my shield pads if you need them. So once King actually makes it to the inside, we all need to give some kind of applause for him. Give him a little clap in chat. Oh yeah, if you want to go out, you can always get out by going through there. Just for the people who want to know how to do the inside, I'll just go explain it once King gets in here. Alright, so apparently King sucks very hard, so it seems like he's just gonna stay outside. No claps for you today. So as you will see, for the first nerf we will you will see that it is right here, but since we cannot reach it, we need to go a way around by taking the kind of D-route. So if anyone who, yeah, some people are here right now, so just, if you see a little gate underneath here, right? Just killing these infested full kick. If you go all the way down here, you will see a vaporizer. Somebody needs to fill up that vaporizer, and while somebody is doing that, just come back up if you want. I'll show the other tunnel. Somebody needs to go through this tunnel. So just come all the way up. It's fine. So if you go all the way through this tunnel right here, you will see the vaporizer through this glass. And you will see a console right here. So if somebody fills up that vaporizer, the other person needs to hack this console, and this will open up this door, which lets you go to that console over there. So I'll just go out and fill up that vaporizer. So King, you can try to help Fellow One out pushing spores in, or just AFK. So I filled up the vaporizer. You can hack the console right now, which will open up this door. So you can re-enter right here and hack this console. So when I hack this, it will make it able for someone to go through this SFH, but it's only possible to go through it once it's exposed to what's it called, to the vaporizer bubble. So I'll just refill the vaporizer, or somebody else, doesn't really matter. I'll just do it for now. Okay, got 6 sheets. Great, so I refilled it. Now we need to re-hack this console right here. And now you can go through, which will you can see me on the other side of this barrier right here, right? Yeah, so you can refill your armor if you want by using a anti-serum injector charge. Otherwise, you can always just use your iron skin or something to negate the damage. Oh, if it's not negating, that's fine. It's just a bug. So it's nice to always have. So I'll just go over here to. Oh, somebody already destroyed this barrel. So just go all the way through this tunnel up here. We need some people over here, so go all the way through. And as you will see, there's a large area and a vaporizer on the other side of this glass. So if you want to get there, we need to hack both of these consoles. And to do that, there's a little tunnel right here. If you go through that tunnel, there's a little vaporizer. So if somebody can fill that, yes, two charges are used to fill up the vaporizer. You will see this console is hackable. Pingus knows how to do it, and you will see an override switch if you can stand on that. Very nice. You will always be able to go there, so it's not really necessary to stand on it right now. But in order to hack the other console right here, we need to enter through this SFH that is exposed. So we go through there, and you will see I will enter to the other side of this glass. So you can see me right over here. So once I fill up this vaporizer with one charge, the other console will be hackable. So if somebody can hack it, Fujiyama or 123 Plus, you can probably hack that console. You can see it, right?
Tenno, it senses you are of like flesh. It is confused. Why do you defy
Very well done. So you can stand on the other override switch, and that will make me able to go through this door and see the golem nerf. So I can shoot it right now, but since I can't shoot it because the what's it called? The vaporizer on the main room, so where you entered, needs to be filled up with one charge. So can somebody go all the way back to the main room and fill up that vaporizer with one charge? So all the way back where you came from. If you cannot, I'll just get somebody else. Yeah, very well done, Pinguses. Just fill up that vaporizer with one charge.
I see it now. You are the same.
Oh, you can try to pick up a charge as an operator. I think your operator can hold 2 charges. So there's a few charges over here, I think. Not sure. And I think you can use it. Okay, can you fill up the vaporizer? On that side or no? Okay, very well done. So now I can shoot this nerf, and this is the first nerf dome. Now we all need to extract. So you see purge in 15 seconds. So make sure you extract. I'll just leave me be. I'm fine.
Succumb to us.
So yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. So 2 of you just died, which is kind of sad, but I forgot to tell that once we get purge, we need to escape the nerfs or Jordis inside in 15 seconds. If that doesn't happen, you will be ejected and you will die. So that way we can all like fill the raid if you lose too many revives. So we do not want that to happen. So next time I'll announce when we shoot the nerf, so everybody can prepare to extract. But one field isn't really that bad. We managed to get the nerf down, so that's fine. So now we just shoot Jordis's backpack or engines or booty, whatever you want to call it, and to 2/3 of its health. So now it's invulnerable again, and it will move up to this attachment right here. So once it moved up to that attachment, we need to shoot both sides of his head to open up his head again, push another spore in, shut his engines off and re-enter the inside to kill the second nerf. So yeah, fellow one is pushing another spore, And we need to shoot both pads. Alright, well done. So now you can enter through here. Just go all the way to the end. It's just a little bit different route than the last time, so maybe King. Let's you can try again if you want. This time there will be a few rocks flying at you. You can shoot those down. They will just be blocking the way a bit, but not really annoying.
I see it now. You are the same. They fear themselves.
So yeah, just go to the end.
You're not supposed to be in here.
And I'll wait for everyone to enter. So yeah, now you can just walk through here if you want. It's fairly easy. Alright, so for the second nerf, we cannot see it right now, but we can go to it. So you will see this door all the way up there. You will see a console beside it. Hey King, you're here. Nice to see that you can actually do something. So yeah, we already did the first nerf. The first nerf was right here. So you can yeah, let's clap. Let's give a clap for King. So yeah, we already did the first nerf. You can rewatch the recording if you want to know how to do it. But it's nice that that you're here for the second one, because it's a lot difficult, more difficult than the first one. So yeah, for the second nerf, we want to open up that door right there. The console is beside it, but it has infested parts, so we need to move a vaporizer close to it. In order to do that, we see this container and some kind of rails to it. You see that? So that it has some kind of rails leading upward. So we want to move that this container upwards. In order to do that, we need to go through a few D routes. So we see a console over here that we need to hack, and some kind of lights, some kind of switch over there, some kind of switch on the other side of this glass. But let's just fill up the vaporizer for now. So I'm just gonna kill some infested real quick. So yeah, somebody filled up the vaporizer. I'm gonna refill it real quick. So somebody hacked this console. Now you can stand on this override switch right here. Very well done. And somebody else needs to stand on the other side right there. So I can go through this SFH that was on the other side. Shoot this barrel to open up the way. I know Z-Way. So we just refill this because we need to keep it filled. Keep this console hacked so the pad lights up. Somebody can stand on this pad. Can somebody do that? So yeah, King, you can stand there. Somebody's standing over here. 2 pads are being stood on. And now this allows us to... Oh, ships. Refill this. Yeah, okay, so this allows us to go all the way up here through this little tunnel. And now I'm all the way up here. So I'll fill this vaporizer with 1 charge, hack this console. So now that has happened, oh yeah, I'll just open up this part so you can walk through. The container is moving upwards. You see that? So now that it's moving upwards, this console will be exposed to the bubble. We can hack that console, and we will be able to move through this little door right here. Okay, I'm down for some reason. Bit of unfortunate. Alright, so everybody can walk through there if you want to. I'll just clean up some infested. Just go all the way through here, King, you too. So yeah, besides this kind of barrier, on the other side you will see the second nerve. If you want to shoot that second nerve, we need to hack this console, and that will allow this vaporizer right here to move upwards all the way to over there, where we need to fill it with 3 charges. So now it's filled with 3 charges, and somebody needs to stand over on this switch over here, and I'll stand on the other one. This will move a vaporizer, it will show up, and we need to shoot this SFH, which will take up, should take, no, okay. So let me explain it more fully. There is an SFH on the other side of the barrier. If you fill up this vaporizer right here to 3 charges, it will expose the SFH on the other side. So when that SFH is exposed, which is connected to this SFH right here, it will be allowed to shoot. So when we shoot it and this vaporizer right here is fully charged, we can move this vaporizer to the other side of the barrier, so we can use it to expose the nerve. So I'll just go to the lower level and get some vaporizer charges. Try to not die, okay. So we just refill this vaporizer to 3 charges, so everybody who doesn't have a charge, you can just easily go down, get some charges, go up again, and fill this up. So now it's to 3 charges. Oh yeah, you can fill that up as well if you want, doesn't really matter. See, so it took up the vaporizer, and now it's on the other side of this barrier, as you might have seen. But now we need a person to go through. So we just do the same strat. We fill up this vaporizer, stand on both of these pads, and somebody needs to stand underneath it. So I'm just gonna shoot. Press X if you can. Alright, so it took you in, Bingus says. Very well done. And now you're on the other side. Or not. Oh, okay, so it rejected you. Yeah, it seems like it's sometimes buggy, so it's yeah, that can happen. Pretty annoying, but I'll just try to go in next time. Yeah, rejected doesn't mean it rejects you, it's just some kind of ping issues, I guess. So let me just try to do that again. I'll just fill up this vaporizer, do 3 charges like we did before, and we go back up here, fill this up again. Alright, so I'll just go through, get to the other side, and now I can open up this door, so you guys can all go through there. And just all fill up this vaporizer right here to expose the nerve so we can shoot it. So if anyone got charges, just fill it up, shoot it, and now extract really quickly. So you can all go through this door over here to extract at this point. So try to get out as quickly as possible. Very well done. Seems like everybody made it out. So now we just shoot his backpack again, or whatever, booty, doesn't really matter, to 1/3 of its health. And then we move on to the third nerve. Yeah, engines. It's fine. Alright, well done. So now it will move up to this attachment over here. And we need to shoot both of his pads, open his head up, and push a spore in again. So yeah, there's a spore over here. Let's just grab this one. So yeah, for Amnesia 3 abilities on this stage, We do not want to have any Amesha's third abilities active because it slows down Jorda's movements and tends to screw up his AI, so sometimes it just flies out of the map, and that tends to fuck up the whole raid. So just try to shut them off if you have them on. I'll tell when you can use them, just not right now. Alright, so it attached it to that little thingy. Just shoot both of his pets, and I'll move the spore into his head. Oh, that's an enemy. Alright, so very well done. It's at 0%. Everyone can enter through his engines again. Alrighty. So the route is a bit longer this time, so King, this is like your hardest challenge ever. But for any Amesha users out there, it's pretty easy. Just keep spamming your 1 button and reach the end. And I'll wait for everyone to enter.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah, so if you do not have Amesha, just try to use shield pads or try to take it slowly. And if you really can't make it, then just say so in chat and I'll try to do it with anyone who is inside. Hey King, you made it! How the hell? How did you not manage to make it on the first nerf?
I told you to leave. Don't kill me. No, wait. Please do.
Alright, so Bingus is here, the rest is here it seems. Wait, H. Russell? Yeah, he's gonna take a nap it seems. So for this third nerf, the third nerf is probably not really hard, but it's hard in a way that's that you need a lot of communication. So that way the third nerf can be a little hard, but it's not that hard if we got some kind of voice channel like this. So I'll just go and explain. I would like some water and a snack, but not right now. So yeah, for this part we got an SFH right here. So for the first nerf we used the left part of the map. For the second nerf we used the right part of the map, and for the third nerf it's kind of self-explanatory, you use the middle part of the map. So we see an SFH right here. It isn't exposed yet, and in order to get it exposed and get somebody able to move through it, we need to expose it to a vaporizer bubble. So we fill up the vaporizer inside of this container. That way it gets exposed to the SFH, but we still cannot go through it. So somebody needs to shoot the SFH on the other side of this little rails or whatever it's called. So keep shooting it. If you can shoot the nerve on the other side, I'll get through to get to the other side, and I'll shoot this barrel so you can all walk through here. Alright, so it's you can all go through there, it's fine. I'll just kill these infestors real quick. So just go all the way down here. Underneath you will see another SFH over here. Yeah, another SFH. You will see a console over here, and underneath all the way down here you will see a vaporizer. So if you fill up this vaporizer, this console will be hackable. I'll hack this console, and this door to the left will open up. So if you go all the way up here, we come to some kind of location, and we'll see an exploding barrel that we can shoot through this little gap. So just shoot it. Okay, very well done. This will open up a way for teammates. So I'll
They
just
fear
you can all come down again. I'll just show where it is. So we just go outside right now, go all the way where we came from. So that's just upwards over here. Seems like some infested are blocking the way. King, re your portals. Okay, just yeah, this works. So once you're all upwards, you will see that this little thingy over here opened up. So you can all walk through there if you want. We shot that barrel, and that barrel opened up this little wall. So if you hack this console, this will make the teammate who were just standing, like we were all standing on the other side there. If we click on this over here, this will open up, so you see, oh yeah, here's where we just were a second ago. So you got this little gap again and stuff. Alright, so now you will see this little thingy over here. This is new. So you got two override switches right here. If two people are standing on it, this little laser, and you will see an S void. Okay, so it's, I'm just gonna kill this infested, they're kinda annoying right now. So if two people are standing on those beds, this little laser thingy where a door just was will open, and you will see an SOH on the other side of that laser. You see that? If you shoot that SOH, the people on the where like somebody else can go through it, but only if you find the SOH that's connected to it. So you remember where we were like down all the way there and we saw an SOH? Somebody needs to go to that SOH and shoot it while somebody else shoots this one. So this is where we need a lot of communication. So like, oh my god, you can stand right here, just stay here. King, you can come with me. Alright? King, can you follow me? Over here? Yeah. So we just go over here. Yeah, you guys can stay there. We fill up this vaporizer. Alright. This will expose this SOH, and guys, you can shoot the SOH right now. Can you shoot it? And I can go through. I think I should be able to go through. So we need to push to shoot this SOH while the other people are shooting the SOH as well. So now I'm on the other side of the rail. So King, if you go all the way back to where the other people are, you will see that I'm here as well, right?
Tenno, it senses you are
You see me?
flesh. It is confused.
So I'm here right now. I'll shoot this barrel, and this will allow you all to come upwards. Okay, so I'm just dying because I forgot to use in charge to restore my armor integrity, but whatever. Let's just try to kill these infested. Alright, get some charges. So this is where we almost did it. We see a little console right here that we need to hack in order to get this little vaporizer able to be charged. So in order to expose that, we need this container that we first move upwards. We need to move it down again. So remember where we moved this little console? Just go all the way up here, where I am right now. You can go up here. Just fill up this console, or console, I mean vaporizer, hack the console. And this will move the container all the way back again to where it was before. And if we fill up that vaporizer right now to 2 charges, yeah, well done. This will expose this little console, so we can hack it. And this will open up a new vaporizer, so somebody can give that 2 charges. I can do it as well if you want, that's fine. This will allow us to shoot the 3rd nerve. So, everybody extract. Got 15 seconds. And once we do that, we can kill Jordis and finish the raid. Very well done, everybody got out. Yeah, you can shoot his engines down now until it's dead.
Tenno,
If
you are light
anybody,
flesh. It is
well, if no one has questions, just put a plus in chat. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Normally, on a normal raid bus, people like the raid bus driver tends to ask questions for each nerf. So this time I did not do that. So I just kind of rushed it and shot it when it was possible.
Good night.
But if you still have questions, just feel free to ask.
You've done it. The system is a
So
safe
yeah, we
place
killed
thanks to
Jordis.
your
This was
efforts
the
here
raid.
today.
Very well done, guys. GG. And rest in peace on the 28th of February.
I never
So
want
yeah,
this. I want to be somewhere else. Taste someone else.
let's hope for an energize. What kind of arcane did you get? Oh yeah, you get. Oh, and energize, really? Wow, we got lucky. I got 3 energizers in a row for JV. Very nice. Alright, so that was it. If you have any questions, always contact me or something. You can look up on the internet if you have any questions. So yeah, thanks for joining, and